Capstone staff, esteemed family members, thank you for being here. It is truly my honor to be addressing you today. To my former fellow legislators, you made it. For some, you have completed your first year in Capstone, and I hope that this experience has fostered a desire to return in years to come, and perhaps to go on to pursue a career in politics. For as Representative Roberts said, it is a noble profession. To those of you who are alumni, this week may have been old hat to you, but I sincerely hope that you, as well as the new students, have learned things of great value, that you were challenged in every way possible, and that you were stretched to near breaking. I say this because to go through life without being stretched, without being challenged, is to go through life without growing. Only through being challenged may we grow, and only if we ourselves grow can we aid others to do the same. I would like to echo the words of former Capstone Governor Ben Monahan. In his inaugural speech last year, he said, "To be truly great, the athlete has to train, the scholar has to think." For any of us to be truly great, for any of us to even have a substantial influence in the problems of our world, we need to have the training and the experience that takes. True, there have been hundreds of great men in history who had no formal training, and God will accept and can use you in whatever condition that you come to him. But if we take the opportunities that he places before us, how much better will we be able to serve our country and our Lord? The things that you have learned in this last week will serve you well for the rest of your life. The knowledge that you have of government is so far beyond that which the vast majority of the population possesses that you have excelled above the point of just being able to vote, to the point that when the time comes, you will be able to cast an informed vote. You will not be merely another one of those people who sits on the sidelines and complains about the problems they see around them and yet refuses to do anything about them. The English philosopher Edmund Burke is often quoted as saying, "The only thing needed for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing." And how true it is. When we as American citizens do not exercise our rights, they will, just like a muscle, become weak and eventually disappear altogether. We sit in our nice warm houses and refuse to drive mere minutes to the polls because it is raining, while in Africa, those who truly understand what it means to vote travel days in the hot sun just to cast one single ballot. It is with great sorrow that I must conclude that America is following the path of all great nations in history. As we see from ancient Rome, once freedom is given, after a few generations, the impact of freedom is forgotten. The people of the country grow lazy, depending on the government for everything, and eventually, everything begins to fall apart as more and more freedom are taken away from the people while they sleep. This is the course that Rome took, and this is the course that America is now flirting with. However, when I look out at you, I have hope. I see a generation of truly great men and women who are not content to stand by while the rug of their freedoms is yanked out from under them. I see a generation that understands the price that was paid for our freedom, both on the battlefields of the Revolutionary War and at the cross on Calvary, and who have the knowledge and training to make sure that no one in this country ever forgets. Those of you sitting in this room today are the only hope for this nation. The time is now to stand up and be counted.